Hi students, this is the second lecture for topic number 10. This topic number 10 is about capital budgeting. Just to refresh your memory, capital budgeting is about analysis that you have to do before you purchase a fixed asset. Let's say in the future, you are a manager in a business or you own a business, then at many times you have to you have to purchase fixed asset. Maybe you have to purchase machines or equipments or motor vehicle or building, or maybe you want to so before you purchase this fixed asset, you have to do capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is the analysis that you do so that you can choose the best fixed asset for your business. In accounting, the best fixed asset is the asset that will generate more benefit than cost. Okay, so in the previous lecture, I have told you in this course you will learn three methods that can be used to do the capital budgeting. The first method is the average rate of return method, and then the second one is the cash payback period method. These two methods have been covered in the previous lecture, and today you will learn another method. This method is called present value method, net present value method. Okay, so this is the introduction for the net present value method. So first you have to know the present value concept. Okay, see here. Present value concepts can be divided into present value of an amount and present value of an annuity. So let's see. Okay, now this slide explains about present value of an amount. Okay, this is an old example. On January 1st, 2008, you invest $1 in an account that earns 12% interest compounded annually. Interest earning interest is called compounding. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is the present value concept. Okay, see here. The assumption is today it is January 1st, 2008. And then you invested $1. For the investment, you will get 12% return per year. So you can see here, if you invest $1 on January 1st, 2008, in January 1st, 2009, your $1 investment will become $1.12. In January 2010, the $1 will become $1.25. In 1st of January 2011, your $1 investment in year 2008 at 12% interest will become $1.40. So the thing that you can see here is if you are in 1st of January 2008, the future value of your $1 at 12% interest in 4 years equal to $1.40. That is the future value. The future value of $1 in year 4 at 12% interest is $1.40. But the present value is the opposite. Okay, the present value is something like this. You see January 2011. Okay, the present value of $1.40 in January 2011 is, so it is this way. Let's say today is 1st of January 2008. So today is 1st of January 2008. So the present value of $1.40 at January 1st, 2011 at 12% interest rate is equal to $1. So the present value is the present value of the dollar for the future amount. Let's say in the next 5 years, you will get $50,000. The value of that, the present value of that $50,000 is less because of the effect of interest rate. If you have cash, you can keep your cash in bank. So bank will pay you interest. So that's why $50,000 in the next 5 years, the present value is less because assuming that you can keep the cash in bank and the bank will pay you interest. So in summary, the present value of future cash is less. Let's say you have you will, let's say you will get $50,000 in next 5 years. The present value of that $50,000 or the today value of that $50,000 is less than that, maybe $45,000 only the value today. But the future value of your cash today is higher. Let's say you have $45,000 today. The future value of that 45,000 in next 5 years is higher because the assumption is if you put that cash in bank will pay you interest. So the future value of your cash now is higher. Okay, so let's say this is the wordings. Assume that today is January 1st, 2008 and the current interest rate is 12%. What is the present value of $1,404 to be received on January 1st, 2011? To determine the answer, we need to go to slide number 26 and find the table value for 3 years at 12%. Okay, something about the present value is you can use the present value table if you want to calculate the present value of future value. Okay. Okay, this is the present value table. You see in the first column, that is the year. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. And then in the second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, and sixth column, that is the interest rate. Compounding interest means that you keep the cash without withdrawing the interest. Let's say you keep cash in bank $1,000 today. So you keep the cash and interest in the bank. You do not in the second year or third year, in fourth year, you do not withdraw the interest or the principal that you have kept. So that is compound interest. You will get dollar for the interest again and again. So year 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's say the interest is 6%. So if you have cash $1,000, you keep in bank, and then you want to know the calculation of the present value. So you use the table. For example, you keep the cash 4 years at 6%, so you can calculate the present value using this table. So actually I just want to share with you this notes. You just see this and then you will understand more about this when I show you a sample question. So today I will present this lecture. Later, I will share with you a sample question. Then I think you can understand the present value method. Very easy. It's not very difficult. Okay, so this is just you have to know that when you want to calculate present value, you have to use this present value table. Okay, see the future value is 1,404. So the present value is $1,000. So the present value is less compared to the future value because of the effect of interest. So summary, if the interest rate is 12%, then $1,404 in 3 years is worth $1,000 today. Okay, another one is present value annuity. Present value annuity is a series of equal net cash flow at fixed time intervals. The present value of an annuity is the amount of cash needed today to yield a series of equal net cash flows at fixed time interval in the future. Net present value method. Okay, this is net present value method. This is the method that you can use to do the capital budgeting. The net present value method, also called discounted cash flow method, analyzes capital investment proposals by comparing the initial cash investment with the present value of the net cash flow. Okay. Okay, this is an example. But, I think this is very clear. It is not very difficult. This net present value method. So let's see. At the beginning of 2008, equipment with an expected life of 5 years can be purchased for $200,000. At the end of 5 years, it is anticipated that the equipment will have no residual value. A net cash flow of 70,000 is expected at the end of 2008. This net cash flow is expected to decline 10,000 per year, except for year 2012, until the machine is retired. The firm expects a minimum rate of return 10%. Should the equipment be purchased? Okay, this is the decision that the business has to make, or the manager has to make, to purchase the machine or not, or the equipment or not. So let's see. This is the situation. Equipment example. So today the assumption is January 1st, 2008. And then if the business purchase this equipment, the business has to pay $200,000 cash. That's why you see in this slide, January 1st, 2008, there is a negative cash flow. Negative cash flow means cash out $200,000. On that day, if the business purchase the equipment, the business has to pay $200,000 cash. So, and then from that equipment, the business can generate cash. Maybe the equipment is can be used to produce something, or contribute to the production. So the business can get cash from the equipment. So the cash in this example is in 1 year after the purchase. The business can get $70,000 1 year after the purchase from that equipment. So and after that, the amount will decrease $10,000 every year. So at the end of first year, $70,000 cash. At the end of second year, $60,000 cash. at the end of third year, another 10,000 less cash. So at the end of year 3, $50,000 cash can be generated, and then $40,000. But in year 2012, the amount is same, $40,000. So this how to use net present value method to make decision whether it is a good idea to purchase this machine or not. So the way to do the net present value method is like this. So you know the net cash flow here. So how to do the analysis? So the thing that you have to do is like this. Okay, you have to calculate. Okay, the first thing that happened at 1st of January 2008 is cash out 200,000, and then for every year after that, the business can generate cash from the equipment. So at the end of the first year, 70,000 cash, and then you have to convert that $70,000 cash to present value. So $70,000 cash times 0.909. That one, 0.909 is coming from the present value table. The n is 1, n means the year is 1 and the interest is 10%. You have to refer to the present value table to get this 0.909. So when you see this cash net cash flow, the number is not equal. At the end of first year, 70,000, and then 60,000, and then 50,000, and then 40,000, and then 40,000. So the numbers are not equal. So you have to refer to the present value table. If the numbers are equal, then you have to refer to present value annuity table. Okay, this one is not annuity because the numbers are not equal. So that is the thing that you have convert. 70,000 you have to convert to the present value, and then see here, and then for the second year, 60,000 also you have to convert to present value. So how to convert to the present value? 60,000 times 0.826. That 0.826 also coming from the present value table. Okay, you have to refer to the present value table. You have to do that for the year 3, and also for the year 4, and also for the year 5. See, these are the present value of all net cash flow for every year. In this situation or scenario, there are 5 years. So you can see there are 5 numbers there, and then after that you add all the numbers. Negative 200,000 plus 63,630 plus 49,560 plus 37,550 plus 27,320 plus 24,840, and then see the number. Okay, in this scenario, the number is 2,900 net present value. So how to say whether whether the business should purchase this equipment or not? The equipment should be purchased because the net present value is positive. So here you can see the number is positive. The net present value is 2,900. So if you see the number is positive, then the decision that can be made is to say yes, it is a good idea to purchase the equipment. If you do the calculation and then you see the net present value is negative, then the answer is no. The business should not purchase the equipment. Okay, this is another thing. When capital investment funds are limited and the alternative proposals involve different amount of investment, it is useful to prepare a ranking of proposals by using a present value index. Okay. So let's say you have a business and then at one time you want to purchase an equipment. So when you want to when you want to buy the equipment, you have many choices. The same equipment from brand A or the same equipment from brand B or C or D. So how to choose the best equipment for your business? So the way to choose the best equipment is you compare the net present value of these three assets, three alternatives, and then you have to choose the highest net present value. To compare that, you can use this present value index. So let's see, this is the example. Present value index equal to total present value of the net cash flow divided by amount to be invested. Okay. For the sample question or the scenario that we have seen in the previous slide, the present value index is 202,900 divided by the amount of to be invested is 200,000. So the index is 1.0145. So if there is a question asks you to calculate present value index, so this is the formula that you have to use. You can refer this data in slide 37. Okay, so let's say you have three proposals. You are a manager in a business and then you receive three proposals to purchase fixed asset or proposals to do projects. Okay, let's say this here. If you have three proposals, then how to make decision which one is the best proposal? So to do that, using the net present value method, so you have to show or to list the total present value of net cash flow. For example, proposal A, the net cash present value of net cash flow is 107,000. Proposal B 86,400. Proposal C 86,400. And then the second thing is you show the amount to be invested. Proposal A, the amount to be invested is 100,000. Proposal B 80,000. Proposal C 90,000. So the net present value is proposal A 7,000, proposal B 6,400, proposal C 3,600 negative. Proposal C, the present value of net cash flow is higher compared to is lower compared to the amount to be invested. That's why the net present value is negative. So how to calculate the present value index? So you use the formula that you have seen in the previous slide. So for proposal A, the calculation is 107,000 divided by 100,000. So the present value index is 1.07. Proposal B, 86,400 divided by 80,000. The index is 1.08. Proposal C, the index is 0.96. So from these three proposals, which one is the best one, or which one is the proposal that the business has to choose? So the answer is B. Why B? Because that proposal has the highest present value index. Okay, remember this. present value index. So let's see this one. A proposal is made to acquire $200,000 of equipment with an expected useful life of 5 years, no residual value, and a minimum desired rate of return is $10,000. The new equipment is expected to generate cash inflows of $50,000 each year. Should the firm acquire the equipment? So see this? The net cash inflow is equal 50,000 every year for 5 years. So when the number of the cash inflow is equal, you do the net present value analysis by looking at the present value annuity table. Remember that there are two tables. Okay, see here, equal annual cash flow. So you use the annuity table. So this is the annuity table. So see here, the year is 5, and then the rate of interest is 10%. So the number relevant for the calculation is 3.791. So present value of an annuity is 3.791. The annual cash flow is 50,000. So 50,000 times 3.791 equal to 189,550. So the present value index is 189,550 divided by 200,000. The answer is 0.948. That is the present value index. The proposal should be rejected because present value index is less than 1. So this is another one. If the present value index is less than 1, then you should reject the proposal. If the present value index is more than 1, the proposal is acceptable, and the higher the index, the better the proposal or investment. Okay, remember every method has advantages and disadvantages. Okay, the advantage of using net present value method is this method considers cash flow and the time value of money. Cash flow is very important because without sufficient cash, a business cannot continue its operation. So this method is good because it considers cash flow. At the same time, the method also consider the time value of money. So this method is good in one side. In this way, the method is good. But the method also has a disadvantage, and it is this method assumes that cash received can be reinvested at the rate of return. When you see this calculation, you can see that the assumption is the cash can be reinvested at the same rate for the 5 years or 6 years or 10 years. Even though in the real situation, the interest every year will change according to the central bank of a country. Okay, see here, this is a good example. I hope you can follow this. See this scenario. A project has estimated annual cash flows of 50,000 for 7 years and is estimated to cost 240,000. Assume a minimum acceptable rate of return is 12%. Using exhibit 2, determine the net present value of the project and the present value index, rounded to 2 decimal places. So when you see here, you can see that the annual cash flows of 50,000 for 7 years. So you know that when you want to calculate the net present value, you have to refer to present value annuity table, because the net cash flow is same every year. So you have to refer to the annuity table. So to answer the first question, so the net present value, okay, you refer to the formula that you have to use to calculate the net present value. So the net present value is 50,000 times the times 4.564. That 4.564 is coming from the annuity table. You can check there. The rate is 12%. The year is 7. So you will get that number. And then you minus $240,000. That is the annual, the initial investment. If the business want to invest, the business has to pay 240,000 cash. That is, so the answer is negative $11,800. So the net present value is negative. And then the second thing that the question asks is to calculate the present value index. So you have to remember the formula. The present value index is 228,200. That 228,200 is coming from the initial outflow plus the net present value. So the initial outflow is 240,000. The net present value is negative 11,800. So you will get the number 228,200 divided by the initial investment 240,000. So the present value index is 0.95. So when you see that, you know that the investment is not a good investment because the present value index is negative. Net present value also negative. Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of the lecture for today's slot, and also this is the last lecture for this topic. Maybe after this I will prepare several videos to share with you sample questions. Okay, do not forget to write your name and metric number in the comment section so that I will take that as your lecture attendance. Thank you very much.